Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Hall on a give up the middle. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Second and 14. Here's Hall again. Only a couple there, as he'll be brought down about the 28. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. Looking to throw, Penix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming out 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Penix to the air once more. On the move to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Charlie Warner, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Now for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A first catch there for Wilson and a first down. Here's Rodgers. And he slings one that's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
They'll give to Hall. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. A 4th down pass interference call.
And everyone works hard on 3rd down. That's usually the money down. Get off the field. It intensifies when it's a 4th down. You think you've got it done. You think you've completed the play. Instead, you see a flag. Pass interference gives them a new set of downs.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about at the 1-yard line. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall as the first half is winding down. And the Jets have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they're going to be backed up to start. A big hit there on the return. Stops him dead in his tracks.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Rolling to his left. Looking deep here from Mooney. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. In motion goes McLeod. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
To the air, Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
In motion goes McLeod. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They'll throw with Penix. And he'll just get rid of it.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now a 2nd and 10. And looking to throw, Penix. Down the left sideline. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here we go on 2nd and 12. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Coup for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10, and he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Running left, it's Hall. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Second and 6 coming up. Hall again. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Here's 1st and goal. Straight ahead is Hall. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
A handoff for Hall. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They'll try to run with Hall. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack.
Mere feet from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And away we go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Chooses to bring this one out. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
That's complete. Cole Kmet. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down. Here's Swift. Escapes a defender. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Chicago first down. Going to run again with Swift. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. Give him 5 on that carry. Bringing up 2nd and 5. Staying grounded with Swift. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
So it'll be another 1st and 10 for him, Brock, down at the opposing 37. Pinned off running right. Here's Swift. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun. Here's Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
On 3rd down, here's Swift. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Swift. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Bears with a chance for at least 3, possibly 6. Here's Swift on second down. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears get the game's first points here in the second. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Santos connects on the point after, and they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. From his own end zone, here we go. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Pennick's gonna throw straight away. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He's got it inside the lateral goes haywire. Fumble. Bears pick it up, headed the other way. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Did not want to start like that. They get their shot to show what they can do, and they cough it up immediately, and they're off the field in one play.
Did you see what I saw there, Kate? I think I saw the excitement leave their body as somebody else was on top of that fumble. If you're the type to believe in omens, well, this is a very worrying start to this game.
This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Bears first down. Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down, and they go right back to it. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Second and 6 coming up here. Running with Swift out of the gun. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. That one ends up a gain of 6. And now they have a 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Williams. And he has the Chicago touchdown! The Bears grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown! Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. McLeod now returning it. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, well, the coverage team sticks him with a really long field ahead.
On first down, here's Penix. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Penix here from the gun. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw intended for Drake London. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Facing a 4th and 12, but this offense is undeterred. Throwing from the pistol, Penix. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
First and goal, Swift. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Swift does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Now trying to run with Swift. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bears boat racing them to the halftime locker room. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. McLeod now returning it. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. He's going deep. Big gain downfield. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden, we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. From the red zone now. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Jalen Johnson with the pick.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears get more points to end a lopsided first half. DJ Moore the touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Okay, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Penix on 1st down. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Tremaine Edmonds has it. And the Bears will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Wow, again they don't snap it before the play clock runs out. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. And again, Brock, the play clock expires. What is going on down there? A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Off the play fake, Williams. Chased out to his right. He can run it. And he's out a yard or two shy of the 15. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us.
Carlos Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. McLeod now returning it. And he only gets to around the 15 before being brought down.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they face 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Ready.
Man in motion out of the slot. 2nd and 10. Penix to throw. Intercepted in their own end zone. You do not see this often. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage brought to It's a stadium so big you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And off we go from Dallas. Returnable from the 1. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. One in behind center with Swift. And his charge towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
This is ahead for about 5. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. Offense up to the line fast. On the carry, it's Swift. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
First down, Williams. Has the connection to Adunze. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now a give to Swift. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Williams to throw on 3rd. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He finds him beyond the marker. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. First down throw by Williams. Finds a seam down the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a Chicago 1st down. On the give, it's Swift. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Welcome back. 2nd quarter about to start. Bears with a chance for at least 3, possibly 6. On the ground with Swift. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears get the game's first points here in the second. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Extra point is good by Santos. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Man in motion here. Opening play, and Dak's gonna throw. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. Now, that's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, here's Dak. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly, you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Working inside the red zone. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up second down. Another throw for Prescott. Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's another Cowboys. First down and goal to go.
Dowdle does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
He was taken down behind
Went to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Cowboys trying to make some noise before halftime. Ball still at the 3 as they get set for second and goal. Dak to the air here. Setting up the screen. And in for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys offense remains on the field. They're going to line up and go for 2 here.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kevin Byard comes up with it. And the Bears take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. That throw finds Komet. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Williams to throw on 1st. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Now throw in the direction of DJ Moore. So it'll be 2nd down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Throwing again on 2nd, Williams has his man, it's Swift. Continuing to move past the 45. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper, shredding the slopes, or dude shredding a defense just like that.
This is Swift, and he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Swift, and the defense gets there to force a small loss. Timeout Chicago, it uses its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Williams. He's on the move. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Throwing from the gun. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Sent to the ground by Kyler Gordon. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. A final throw before the break. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
The end of the 1st
So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Turpin with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Dak off the play fake. They're secured by Brandon Cooks. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Play action, Prescott. He's got a man left. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Yeah! Here we go! Right take!
Off the play fake, hits Prescott. Catch is made in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st down from the red zone. And he will score. It's a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Now the Cowboys electing to try another 2-point conversion. They'll try it on the ground. And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's out of bounds up across the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now here's Williams. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
They run with Swift. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on 1st. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Williams on the play action. taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Three quarters in the books from this one. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Going run again with Swift. And he can't find a lane before being wrapped up at the line. Working quickly here. Back to throw it. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. Escapes the pocket. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll run now with Swift. And he's brought down for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. On the move, headed right. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially.
And he runs it across, touchdown! The Bears now trailed by just a point in the 4th. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. First down, here's Dak. Oh my goodness, it's intercepted! Tremaine Edmonds has it. And the Bears bring it all the way back inside the red zone before he's finally hauled down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Staying grounded with Swift. And he has the Chicago touchdown. The Bears have taken the lead late. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Santos now for the extra point. And it's no good. Not the time you want to see the extra point off the mark here in a 1-score game in the 4th. following the missed point after. A chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Turpin with a return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Setting up to pass. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. Defense getting in on the Farm Bronc with that fourth quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to the air, Prescott after that pick. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 36. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? To throw. And he won't escape. The Bears take him down. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait.
And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
1st down, here's Swift. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. 1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So the Bears take this one on the road. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games. They kept the football, they forced a couple of turnovers, and that was a big part of the difference in this one. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Bears winners as we say so long from Dallas.
Thank you.